begin with, let's spend some time with our animal friends. Pets can add comfort and companionship to our lives, and many researchers now believe that they're good for our health as well. But caring for a pet takes work, and allergies or living situations convince many people that having a pet is just too much trouble. If you've reached that conclusion, you may not have considered the right kind of animal. Let's take a look at different critters who make good housemates.
Most experts agree that pets are great for your heart in more ways than one. The Centers for Disease Control report that the right pet can decrease your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and triglyceride levels. They decrease feelings of loneliness and create opportunities for exercise and socialization. They also make great friends for retirees.
They give us love just like we give them. And the other thing is, main thing here now is that they need to be walked from time to time regularly, and that's good for us. It's also good for them, but they need it, and we have to give it.
I need to be able to care for somebody, something, and because they rely on me for their food and warmth and whatever, that satisfies a need for me.
Nikki Ratcliffe has been helping people choose pets for over 30 years at the Carroll County, Maryland Humane Society.
I think seniors should consider having pets because I think it enhances their quality of life. It gives them a reason to get up in the morning, provides exercise, companionship, it provides conversation when they meet other people that want to discuss the animal that they have, and I just think it's an all-around good idea.
From poodles to parakeets to potbelly pigs, the options seem endless for animal lovers. And since there are as many breeds of owners as there are animals, you may want to think carefully before plunging into pet parenthood.
If seniors have never had a pet before, I think it's a good idea for them to talk to someone about the different types of pets, what's involved, what their responsibilities will be, the needs of the animal.
Lifestyle is especially important for today's seniors to consider, since they often have such busy lives to contend with.
You want to decide how much time you have to give to the pet, whether or not you're going to be going away often to visit grandchildren and children or friends, how many vacations you take, how much it's going to cost to board them, whether there's a good boarding kennel around. Seniors are kind of like college kids. They don't know what they're going to be doing next week.
Also, like college kids, seniors are often pinching pennies.
The pet needs to go to a vet at least once a year for just a general wellness checkup. If it's an older pet, it probably needs to go twice a year. It's going to have shots. You're going to have to buy litter if it's a cat. There are considerations, and so you need to sit down and decide whether or not you can, in fact, afford those things.
If none of those things have scared you away, then you may be ready to find a furry friend. In fact, one of the first decisions you need to make is if you want a furry animal at all.
Most seniors are not going to want reptiles and other types of animals like that. A lot of those animals need live food. Birds can be good pets for seniors, but you really have to look at the bird you're going to bring into your home. Some need a lot of human interaction, none more than the cockatoo. That's the Beretta bird. They really need a lot of interaction. Parakeets, not so much. Cockatiels need interaction, not as much as a cockatoo, but these birds, generally speaking, you get them one bird. They live in flocks for a reason, just like people live in packs, whether it's football, church, no matter what it is, we all like packs. And they do too. So if you isolate them, it's really unfair.
For a senior who is downsizing their homes, small pets might be the answer.
They may move to a retirement community before the animal has passed away. So in that instance, most places want a pet to be under 25 pounds.
Even rodents can be wonderful friends.
Guinea pigs are cool. When you get up in the morning and you go out, they welcome you and they squeak and they squawk and they want attention. Most of the time, if you handle them a lot, they will sit on a towel in your lap and you can pet them and they enjoy it. I recommend the towel because you can't housebreak a guinea pig. I wouldn't suggest, of course, a hamster because when a hamster gets out, it's like good luck catching it.
Cats make great pets for retirees, and they're fairly easy to care for.
You know, I think cats are fun for seniors because you don't have to go out in the wintertime and walk them and fall down on the ice and slip down the stairs. They are self-contained in the house. Cats should not be let outside, quite frankly. There's too much out there that will hurt them. Outside cats don't live as long because of the parasites and because of the cars and the dogs, and now we have coyotes in the county. Cats, litter boxes, now that you've got the self-clumping litter, it's very easy to clean out the boxes. You don't have to dispose of the entire box every time. You can just scoop out what's dirty and maybe change it once a week.
Some people prefer dogs. Smaller dogs are probably the most practical choice for a senior.
If the senior travels a lot, it'll cost more to board a big dog than it will a small dog. That would matter. Big dogs, a lot of them today, they have developed hip dysplasia. And so they might need assistance in getting up, or if they get sick, they're going to need to be placed in an automobile because not many vets come to the house anymore.
If you're as frail as I am, and I'm rather unsteady on my legs, I wouldn't get a big dog at now, but she's trained, and I don't have to worry too much about that. But if you were getting a new dog, you probably would want a smaller dog so that there'd be less danger of pulling you over or knocking you over.
The bigger the animal, the shorter the lifespan. A small dog, let's just say like a Chihuahua, is not unusual to hit 20 years old. A Great Dane, on the other hand, won't probably make it much past 10. A parakeet is going to live probably 15, 16 years. A cockatoo will probably live maybe 20, 22 years.
With this in mind, you may want to consider adopting an older pet. Just like humans, older animals are often wiser and sometimes calmer.
Yuno is 12 years old. She's completely blind. She was a show dog. And I just love her. She's a wonderful companion. I wish she could talk back to me.
If you have a senior that goes out and jogs every day and he's got a very active lifestyle, then he might just be great with a dog that likes to go out and get that same exercise. If you have a senior that is in a wheelchair, obviously they're not going to be jogging with the dog and they're not going to be able to get out that often.
You should see him walking down the hallway to get there, and his feet just go right after the other. And all the people comment about how he just keeps on walking, and his feet just never stop. They just keep on going along. People kid about it. People say, oh, he's taking you for a walk.
Not all dogs are so easy to get along with. Be sure the dog has a temperament you can live with.
If the senior has not been experienced in training dogs, if you get a dog that needs a lot of training, then that's going to be an issue. Bird dogs are pretty hard-headed, but they were bred to go hunt bird. They weren't bred to acquiesce to your every command. By the same token, poodles, people have been training those for years, and they learn very quickly.
You take your treat and you take it in your bed. We'll take it to bed.
Attending obedience classes is a fun way for both you and your dog to learn how to handle any situation you might face together.
I took one after I'd been in this field for 25 years. I took my Doberman to an obedience class, basically just for the heck of it, and I realized how much I didn't know. And I realized that it was training me and the dog. It was getting the dog out around people, socialization.
Choosing the right pet for you and your lifestyle is the key to a successful relationship. And when the right match is made, it's rewarding for the owner and the pet.
We're very, very special friends, we are. And I don't know. Come on, down we go. I think we made a wise choice.
Here to give us some more advice on choosing the right pet is Dr. Peter Eeg. Dr. Eeg is the owner and director of the Maryland-based Poolesville Veterinarian Clinic, and he also addresses animal topics as a lecturer and a radio and talk show host. He holds a doctorate in veterinary medicine from the Virginia-Maryland Regional College of Veterinary Medicine. Thank you for being at the Daily Apple today.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
How exactly do pets actually contribute to the overall health of seniors?
There's ample evidence that pets are uniquely qualified to help seniors on a day-to-day basis as far as with reduction in stress, with reducing the effect of isolation, and that they provide a very, very valuable asset in keeping seniors focused and in touch with the rest of society.
What is the most common mistake people make when they're choosing a pet?
Oftentimes they do what we like to call a knee-jerk reaction or an impulse buy when they get a pet. And it's really, really critical that seniors take time to research the type of pet that they want to get and not just go out and get the wrong pet. And by the wrong pet, I mean oftentimes animals that do not fit into the type of environment that seniors oftentimes are in, which is a more reduced activity environment in many cases.
That's interesting. What types of pets do you actually recommend for seniors?
Absolutely, at this point in time, small dogs and cats make excellent pets for seniors. And the main reason that is that they're easy to transport, that they're easy to care for, and that they have very low health problems in general.
And what pets should they stay away from?
They should oftentimes stay away from exotic pets. Exotic pets require an awful lot of extra care. There are oftentimes a lot of additional disease processes that occur with exotic pets, and they are much more difficult to maintain. Not only that, if a senior becomes incapacitated and requires this pet to be cared for by others, it's much more difficult for them to find sources of care in that situation.
Are there particular health issues that a mature adult may have that doesn't mix well with a pet?
Oftentimes there are, but it's becoming less and less of an issue. Even with reduced mobility components, we have found that pets significantly improve those individuals who have reduced mobility by giving them a focus other than the fact that they have reduced mobility. Oftentimes these animals can be therapy animals, or they can be support animals and actually help the individual by allowing them, by getting things for them, by allowing them, if they fall down, to act as a stabilization center for them to balance themselves and get back up again.
Is a mature and older pet better for a mature or older person?
You know, I don't think it matters as much as if you've had pets before. If you're a senior and you've never had a pet before, I think one of the best things you can do is take yourself to one of the humane organizations. There are hundreds and hundreds of dogs and cats that are young adults or moderate aged adults that are just dying for a good home. And those animals who are already housebroken, who already have kind of the ground rules of how to act in an environment, are perfect pets for seniors. However, if a senior has had pets all their life, I think it's wonderful for them to get a puppy or a kitten because of that exuberance of life and that just feeling of contact with new and a fresh living being that they care for, and that gives them, of course, unrequited love.
I saw this great product. It was a pet ramp for older pets so that they could get on the bed. Do older pets require any kind of special needs or products to help them?
You know, senior pet care is a huge industry in the United States, and absolutely 80% of the senior pets in the United States have some level of osteoarthritis, very similar to human beings. So there's an awful lot that goes into taking care of senior pets. Those puppy stairs, if you will, or puppy ramps, if you will, they're fabulous for older pets that are having osteoarthritic problems or having mobility issues, and they allow these animals to still be able to get up and down off of the bed, so that if they're living with a senior, and seniors oftentimes love to have their pets in bed with them, they can still be a valuable source of comfort during the evening hours.
Fantastic information. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.